Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we're going to be seeing what you need to know about yourself and any kind of gentle encouragement or reminders that you need to hear right now in order to help you move forward more confidently in your situation. So there's 4 groups. Here's group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need more time to decide, you can pause the video. I have timestamps listed below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with group 1. Hi group 1, so if you chose the shark tooth, then this is your reading. So let's see what you need to hear right now about yourself. We're going to start off with your oracle cards. So we have lavender with balance, and the trigger statement is no one understands me. The true statement is I ask for what I need. And it says, from a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. What you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. And we also have card number 2, trust your wings, the dragonfly. Then we also have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Then we have you're being watched by loving eyes. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover they too are awesome? Just saying, the universe. P.S. Up for a joust, of course, with rubber thingies. Okay. And then we also have card number 35 with shark. Swim away from this situation. And we also have this card that says, stop calling yourself garbage. You're a blueberry fairy princess. You are amazing. Okay. So right off the bat, I can definitely see that you guys have some trust issues when it comes to others. It's like you really just don't expect good things to come from others. Like maybe you guys have been through like really painful or difficult situations in the past where you felt like you were deceived or lied to, or I don't know, like whatever you went through in the past, like it's just left you with some very painful scars and led you to the point where, again, you just feel like you can't trust anyone. But I do feel like it's a little bit overboard because I just don't feel like you guys give people or situations a fair chance anymore. I think now where you're at, like it's very easy for you to just from the jump, just expect the worst from people. Expect that they're gonna lie to you or take advantage of you or hurt you in some type of way. But that's just not it's just not fair to like any people or situations that you're dealing with or yeah, like in the future. So it's like you're just not giving people a fair chance because of the experiences that you've gone through. So I can see that you guys are very guarded and just very like untrusting of people. Because yeah, we do have this card with shark that says swim away from the situation. I honestly am not getting this as advice. Don't take this as advice. I'm getting that this is just your MO. Like this is kind of like how you are already with people and situations. Like as soon as you get involved with people or anything, it's just I don't know, like something kind of switches within you where you're like, okay, time to go, like time to it's like you won't get involved too deep into any relationships or situations, because it's like you feel like if you get in too deep, like to a certain point, then you're allowing yourself to be more vulnerable with them and allowing yourself to potentially be hurt. So I think this is just something to look at within yourself and really think about, because this could even be happening unconsciously. Like, I feel like you guys have been this way for a while now, to the point where this is just like kind of an automatic instinct. It's just something you do now without even thinking twice about it. And so I think, yeah, it just needs to be looked at, and really think about why you do this. And I just, I don't think it's, I think, I don't know, like I'm still trying to like figure out how to put this into words, but you're really only closing yourself off from people and, potential opportunities. I really, it's not even just with relationships. This could really have to do with anything. This could be friendships, business partnerships. Like, this could apply to anything in your life. I'm sure it does mostly apply to your dating life, but regardless, if you are in that energy, it's that energy is just going to, affect everything in your life. So, yeah, I guess this is just something that, about yourself, that is needing to be brought up, to be looked at under, a closer eye. So you can figure out like why you are this way, and if it's really beneficial for you to keep being this way moving forward. Because again, I do feel like you're only closing yourself off, not only to the bad, which is the point of this, right? But also to the good. So it can really affect you. It's like you're only hurting yourself. You're trying to protect yourself, but you're only also hurting yourself by doing this, because you're also being closed off to potentially good opportunities and, people who would be good for you. So, yeah, so they're bringing that out straight away. But let's see. We also have this card with lavender, and it has balance at the top. So there's a need for more balance within this situation in your life, which definitely makes sense, because I do feel like you're too guarded, you're too closed off, you're too untrusting, to the point where you're just you're closed off to bad and good opportunities. So there needs to be more balance here. And this says trust your wings as well. So I think you just need to be more trusting of yourself in the process. Maybe you lost trust in yourself in the past because of what you've gone through, and maybe it kind of left you feeling blindsided, like maybe you didn't see it coming, type of thing. But I feel like this is the key here in order to balance this out. It's like, listen to your gut. Like, what is your gut telling you about certain people and situations? I feel like if you can be more trusting of yourself again and really consult yourself and your inner guidance, then it's going to tell you, who you can trust and who you can't trust. Because I just feel like you've been like 100% like can't trust anyone. So, but the place to start is with yourself, right? Like, start building more trust within yourself, because once you can get to the point where you can trust yourself again with your decisions and your intuition, then you can move forward to the point where you can open yourself back up to trusting people. So it starts with you. But we also have this trigger statement on here. It says, no one understands me. So maybe this is another reason why you feel so untrusting of others, is because you feel like no one would be able to understand you. But I feel like this can be kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy here, because it's like if you keep yourself so closed off from people to the point where they can't even see who you are, I mean, they're definitely not going to understand you, right? Because they don't even know like where you're coming from. You're not allowing people to see, your true self. You're not allowing anyone to even try to understand you. So it's like you're not giving them a chance to understand you. So of course no one's going to understand you. So I do feel like you have been feeling very like misunderstood, but it's because you're not being open enough with people to give them that opportunity to understand you, because I do think you would be pleasantly surprised. And then we also have this statement. It says, I ask for what I need. And it says, from a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. What you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. So we have this statement saying you need to stand up and speak your truth. And we also have honesty here. It says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So we have the truth coming out twice here. And it's asking you to be more truthful and more honest about how you feel. And I think in doing so, people will be able to understand you better. And when you allow people to understand you and, meet you where you're currently at, it just allows for a better flow of communication and understanding between both parties. So you're really being called here to step up and speak your truth. What is it that you feel like you need to be honest about? And it could even have to do with what you're looking to bring in, because this says what you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. What do you want out of life? What are you looking for specifically? What do you want to happen for you? And this could apply to any area of your life, but this is saying it's important for you to step up and speak your truth. What is it that you need? Be honest about your needs and your feelings. I do feel like this all starts with you. It's like you really do have to reestablish more trust and honesty within yourself. So, because I just feel like that is what is going to open doors for you to see this from other people. You're not going to get this from other people when you're not being your honest self with them, So it just goes both ways. Like, you have to like lead by example in this situation. Because you can't expect honesty from others if you're not being honest with them. That's just not how it works. So it starts with you. But I do feel like because of the situations that you've gone through, maybe through things not working out in the past for you, it's led you to feeling really down about yourself. Again, with you feeling like no one understands you, no one will ever get you, no one, you can't trust anyone, that type of thing. But it just leads you to feeling really down about yourself. And I love this card because it says, stop calling yourself garbage. You're a blueberry fairy princess. You are amazing. It's time to work on your confidence again. And I think you'll be able to build that within yourself once you start getting more honest with yourself. And then this card, you're being watched by loving eyes. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover they too are awesome? Just saying, the universe. Yeah. Your spirit guides are reminding you right now, like, you are amazing. You are awesome. And it's like, you really have to start embracing that within yourself to really develop better relationships with the people around you. Because once you start feeling more confident and just happy within yourself, that energy is contagious. And it's only going to allow your relationships with others to deepen and prosper and just be more positive and happy overall. You're an ancient gladiator of love and joy. Okay, so let's get some tarot and see what else wants to come out. Nine of Swords with cruelty, the Moon, the Father of Fire, which is the King of Wands, the Chariot, and the Seven of Earth with Failure. And we have Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, okay. This is heavy. Okay, I love that we have the Father of Fire in the middle, the King of Wands, along with the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is about you needing to get your spark back. It's like the fire has gone out within you. So we need to work on that. Again, regain your confidence and trust in yourself. Wow. Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords with cruelty, and we have the Moon. So I can see that you guys have definitely gone through some type of depression. And with this combination of cards, like, have you guys been having like insomnia or sleep issues? I do feel like, you know, this depression or these worries or heavy emotions have really been weighing you down to the point where it's hard for you to shake them. It's just like kind of constantly on your mind to the point where you may have been having a hard time falling asleep at night. So I'm really sorry to see that. Yeah, with cruelty, I mean, you may feel like you've, you know, experienced the worst from people at times. Like, people have really like come after you and just tried to bring you down in any way possible. And maybe you feel like this way now, where you truly feel like people have it out for you, and that's why you can't trust anyone, because if they get the opportunity, they're going to cut you open. And then we also have this Chariot card next to the Seven of Earth with failure. Geez, you guys, like, what have you gone through? And then you can see in this card, it's a shattered glass. So, okay. So with these cards, I do feel like this is also talking about the past. It's like anytime you try to pursue something or, you know, really move towards something, it's like it never worked out for you. It always ended in failure. It always ended in you being hurt by the person or situation. So again, I just feel like you guys have lost your fire. It's like you have no more confidence in yourself or in these type of situations to really move forward or pursue anything anymore. It's because you truly feel like it's not going to work out for you. So it's like you'd rather, and you know, even if there is something you want, you'd rather just stay at a halt and not even try. It's like you're not even going to try because you're so convinced that, you know, nothing is ever going to work out for you. This is really sad, you guys. I wasn't expecting this to come out. I didn't know what was going to come out. But this is really sad, and I'm sorry that you've gone through this. But anyway, the point of this is that it is time for you to get your mojo back. How do we reignite the fire within you? Because like I said, it's clear that it's gone out and it's led you just to having like no motivation or any desire to pursue anything that you may want in life. Okay, so going back to the oracle cards, I do feel like this is how you get your fire back. It's time to get honest with yourself about why you are the way you are when it comes to, you know, potentially allowing new people and situations into your life. It's time to trust yourself again, because you're definitely not going to be able to trust anyone in your life if you're not able to trust yourself. And you feeling like no one understands you or no one will understand you, that's just not true. And the way to remedy that and to see that people, you know, would love to be able to understand you better is to speak up, speak your, you know, tell people what you need, speak your truth. It starts with a place of honesty, okay? If you can be honest about what you've been through, what you've come from, how far you come, even if it is hard to talk about your struggles, it's the only way that people are going to be able to understand you. But if you remain closed off, then you're only keeping yourself at bay from people getting closer to you and actually being able to develop those connections that you may want with others. So I do feel like you have been pushing people away because of your past experiences, and things not working out for you, it's like you don't want that to happen again. But if you can be honest from the get-go and tell people what you've been through and, try to establish that sense of like trust in yourself and with others, then you can actually, you know, prevent these things from happening in the future. You need to be open about what you've gone through in order for these things to not happen again. I do feel like that's the only way, because if you don't share these things with people, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure in multiple ways. You're keeping yourself closed off to the point where you're not going to be understood because you're not allowing people in and allowing them the chance to understand you. And you're also, not, showing people what you've gone through so that they know how to treat you moving forward. So, this is the key here, okay? It starts with honesty. It starts with speaking your truth, allowing people in a little bit. It doesn't have to be full on at first. Baby steps is fine, but just allow them to understand where you come from, what you've been through, and then it kind of helps set yourself up for better success here in all of your relationships. So, group one, that's what I have for you. I hope that this reading resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, group two. So, if you chose this clamshell that's been beautifully smoothed out over time, then this is your reading. So, we're going to start off with your oracle cards and see what you guys need to hear right now. So we have Basil with inspiration. The trigger statement is, I'm tired of it all. And the true statement is, I find strength in my purpose. And it says, please rest and know that in this stillness, you will find clarity around your purpose here. The need to cope will fall away as you find the question you are the answer to. I love that. And we also have card number 15, wear your party hat. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Time to make a demonstration. The older the soul, the softer the glance, the quicker the smile, and the sooner to say, I love you. They also skip and wink more than normal and hold hands with those they walk beside. Utterly fearless, the universe. We have card number 23 with confidence. It comes with time and practice. And the voice that tells you you aren't good enough apparently doesn't know you at all. You're amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much blue coming out in your reading. It's like you guys are really being called to express yourself more or speak your truth. So maybe you guys have been holding yourself back from something that you've been wanting to do. I do think you guys have been judging yourself very harshly. Yeah, because here we have the voice that tells you you aren't good enough, apparently doesn't know you at all. You're amazing. I think you guys are just being way too hard on yourself when, the truth is that you are ready. You are capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do here. And I love this statement. It says, I find strength in my purpose. So if you guys feel like you have been lacking that strength and that confidence to really pursue something that is, calling out to you, you're going to find that strength in doing it, and actually pursuing this. Like, it's going to come along the way. You can't wait and put things off, until that time where you do feel like you're ready, or you're confident enough, or you're strong enough, whatever it is. You're going to find that you already have those qualities within you as soon as you start actually doing this and pursuing it. You're going to see that you actually do have what it takes to do this. But it's like you're not going to actually be able to see that or realize that until you start putting things into action. Yeah. And especially with this card, it's time to make a demonstration. This is basically telling me, like, it's time to take action, Stop holding yourself back. Stop waiting until you feel confident enough, or whatever it is. Your guides, like, they want you to know that you are actually ready. You are good enough for this. Like, you can do this. You have what it takes. The only thing holding you back is that little voice inside of you telling you that you aren't good enough, but it's not true. You're amazing. And again, this confidence, it comes with time and practice. Like this card says, I feel like your confidence will build along the way the more that you pursue this, whatever it is that you're needing to take action towards. So there's no reason to hold yourself back from it. I just feel like you guys are very critical of yourselves and just judging yourselves too harshly. When, those thoughts that you have, they're just not true. The true statement is right here: I find strength in my purpose. That's where it is, you guys. It's not going to come from anywhere else. It comes from you actually pursuing your purpose, this path before you. I love this card. It says, wear your party hat. So I do feel like, when you guys do move forward with this, whatever it is that you're wanting to do here, it's going to lead to celebration. It's going to lead to prosperity and happier times. But it's not going to come until you actually fully move forward with this and take action on it and commit to it. And it's going to bring you a reason to celebrate. So that's really exciting. There is going to be good things to come out of this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot and see what other messages want to come out regarding this. The Seven of Wands, witches should hold other witches accountable. Four of Wands, family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. Nine of Swords, we all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Five of Swords, you can't be right all of the time. And Queen of Pentacles, there's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. And we have the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It says, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come do all the work for you. Okay, so with this Queen of Pentacles coming out at the end here, I can definitely see that there is something that you want to pursue. It could be your own business, being an entrepreneur. Um, I do feel like there's some type of independent element to this, to where it would bring a lot of focus to yourself. And maybe that's really stressful for you. Um, Maybe you're worried about how other people are going to perceive this, if you do pursue this. And also with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this does talk about, some type of work. So I feel like there's something that you guys want to do for work. There's some type of dream or goal here that you have in mind, but it's like you've been having a hard time putting yourself out there or fully pursuing this. And I do feel like a lot of this has to do with you being worried about how other people are going to perceive this, or what other people are going to think of you. Not only, people out there who are going to be seeing your work, but also the people in your personal life that you don't know, how they're going to take this. If you, pursue something new and totally different from what you have been doing, maybe you feel like people would actually be against this. And so it's like you don't want to let anyone down, and you don't want to push anyone away because of you going after your own goals, which is crazy. Because, like, I can see that whatever you're wanting to do here, like, it really has nothing to do with anyone else. So it's all about you trying to go after your passions in life and really do something that would feel fulfilling to you. So if other people like take that the wrong way, or think that it's not a good idea, like, that's on them. Like, you don't have to accept that type of criticism from other people. Maybe you already do have people in your life who, you already feel like would be against this or wouldn't fully support you. And, if that's the case, then you may just have to cut your losses here in order to move forward and pursue what it is you really want. Because I think when you do take this leap and pursue what this is, you're gonna find other people along the way that will support you and will, be happy for you. Also, I want to say we have this wear your party hat card, and then on this Four of Wands, it's, a bunch of people sharing cupcakes with candles in the cupcakes. So I don't know if any of you have a birthday like coming up, or, around the time that you're watching this video, but if that's the case, happy birthday. I just want to point that out and, tell you that it's kind of a random thing coming through here amongst everything else we're talking about. But happy birthday to those who are celebrating a birthday around the time that they're watching this. Anyway, yeah, I can see that you really are afraid that not everyone in your life is going to support you with this decision, and you're afraid to lose people in your life as well. But again, if that happens, like, that's on them. That's their decision. If they can't be supportive of you, do you really want those type of people in your life anyway? Especially when you're trying to pursue something that you're very passionate about, and that would actually fulfill you, as opposed to some boring office job or something, that definitely wouldn't fulfill you. It's like you're really afraid of receiving criticism from others to the point where it's holding you back because you're really worried about what people are going to think, what people are going to say. Are people going to support you? Embrace what it is that you have to put out there? And the answer is yes, they will. It might not be all of the people that you would want to support you and come with you along this journey. And that's like the really hard part about this is that, yeah, you might actually see people's true colors come out along the way, but it's only like, it's only allowing you to see these people for who they are, you know? And then from there, you can really make the informed decisions about, you know, who is good for you in your life and, you know, who doesn't actually support you. And again, I do feel like for anyone that you do lose along the way, because I do feel like it's going to be different for everyone watching. Everyone has different things that they're working towards and different types of cultures and backgrounds. And, you know, some people may lose certain family relationships, you know, within pursuing this, but other people may lose, you know, friendships. Again, it's going to be different for everyone. But I do feel like whatever happens for you, however this plays out, you are going to be gaining new people in your life that do support you and want the best for you. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here with this Four of Wands. It's like we go from this, the Seven of Wands, with people kind of, you can see that people are like pointing at her and, you know, maybe, you know, not agreeing with what she's doing or just not being supportive. But then we go from that to this, where you are literally being celebrated by others. And just going off of the people in this card, these are completely different people than the ones that we have on this card. So it's like if you do lose people, you're only realizing like, okay, well, clearly those people weren't good for me. They don't have the best intentions for me. They don't support me. And you're moving on to find people who do support you and celebrate you, which is amazing and beautiful. So that's like the good thing that will be coming out of this. It's like, yes, you may see certain relationships fall away, but it really is for the best if that does happen, because you don't actually want those people in your life that don't support you and don't want you to be happy, essentially. And you're going to find people that do really support you and want the best for you. So it really just comes down to kind of getting past these fears and gaining the confidence to really move forward with what it is that you want to pursue. Because I do see that you have what it takes. You're the only one that's been holding yourself back from this because you've been judging yourself too harshly or telling yourself you're not good enough. But I want to say, like, just do it. Just go for it, because this confidence, this strength, it's going to come along the way. The more you do it, the more confidence you'll gain. And it, like this says, it comes with time and practice. So you'll get there, but you just have to go ahead and start taking those baby steps. Yeah, I do see this as some type of work, something that you would like to do for work. So, yeah, and I love what this card says. It says, there's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. And I do feel like you guys have been sacrificing your happiness, your dream, you know, like this is something you've been wanting to pursue for a while here. But this is saying you are the Queen of Pentacles. You can have it all. You just have to stop caring about what other people are going to think and just go ahead and do it. it's time to take action, and you're going to see that things are going to work out for the best. I really do see that for you. So, group 2, this is what I have for you. I hope that it resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hi, group 3. So, if you chose this cute little scallop shell, then this is your reading. But we're going to start off with your oracle cards. So, let's see what you need to hear. We have Woman's with Soften. The trigger statement is I take control. The true statement is I am compassionate. It says take a moment and allow yourself to see things from your heart center. From that place, allow your intuition to guide you. We have card number 39 with protect your boundaries. We have doubt with I release the need to know all the answers. We have you have more options than you realize. It sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them, and you can, the universe. Card number 27 with Witch, justice is coming. Uh-oh. And then we have your struggle is not an indication of failure. Ooh, wow, you guys, what have you gone through here? So I do feel like you guys have been hurt in the recent past. Yeah, because whatever you've gone through, I just feel like you've become more hardened because of it. Because this card is like asking you to soften and be compassionate and allow yourself to see things from your heart center. But that's just not how you've been operating lately. I think lately you've been wanting to be more in control of your situation. Maybe because in your last situation, you felt like you didn't have control or it was out of control, that type of thing. And you feel like you got hurt in the process when you really didn't do anything wrong or didn't do anything to deserve that. So now it's like got you thinking or realizing. It's like, okay, now I need to have more boundaries in place so this type of thing doesn't happen again. Yeah, because whatever you've gone through, it just feels very unjust. It feels like you got hurt, but you didn't actually do anything wrong. So yeah, and you've been struggling because of this. I think this is a situation that you really had hope for and wanted it to work out. But because it didn't go the way that you thought it was going to go, and you feel like you got hurt in the process, it's caused you to really doubt yourself. And again, caused you to be more guarded or feel like you need to be harder, and not so soft, because it's like you really don't want to be hurt again. So, and this says, I release the need to know all the answers. I think now it's like before you put yourself in a position where you could potentially be hurt again, it's like you want to know everything. You want to know X, Y, and Z. You need to gather all of the information so that you can make an informed decision about, whether this is something you should pursue or not. Um, but this is saying, like, it's, I feel like you guys kind of blame yourself a little bit because it's like you just weren't prepared for this to play out this way, and you kind of blame yourself because you're like, well, if I had better boundaries and if I, gathered more information from the beginning, then I could have prevented this from happening. But it's not your fault. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. And this is saying, like, you should view yourself with more compassion and know that, yes, this wasn't fair to you, but it's not your fault. So there's no need to blame yourself or doubt that you're capable of, having a successful, I don't know if this is a relationship or, could have been a situationship that just didn't pan out the way that you thought it was, but it's not your fault. Yes, you can always establish better boundaries with yourself and others in the future. But yeah, don't blame yourself, okay? I do feel like what happened here was definitely was about things that were outside of your control. And I just feel like you guys were, unfortunately, like, I want to say like collateral damage, which is awful, but again, it's not your fault. There's really not much you could have done differently. I just don't think it would have gone any other way because of these outside circumstances that were involved. And again, look at this card. It says your struggle is not an indication of failure. This was not your fault that it went this way. There were other factors involved here. But whatever did happen to you, this is saying justice is coming. Things will be made right in some form or fashion. It could be, whoever hurt you getting karma, and you might find out about this and see this play out. Or, it could play out differently. It could be, things actually coming back around and working out for you in a way that you didn't see coming. So we're going to get more information about this from the tarot because I really want to know what this is all about. So let's see. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you feeling really guarded now. King of Cups, Judgment. Wow, the Magician, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God, you guys. You guys are out for blood now. Look at this. I love this. We have this witch card, and she's like opening her closet. You can see a sword in the closet. There's also a baseball bat. And then I do feel like this is you guys at the bottom of the deck coming out as the Queen of Swords. So you are not going to be, yeah, this is not going to happen again. That's for sure. Whatever happened before, you are not going to be, I don't know, taken advantage of again, or, just hurt, even if it is as like collateral damage. Like, you are protecting yourself from now on, protecting your boundaries. So good for you. You absolutely should, especially if it does have to do with, some person or situation coming back around. Of course, like understandably, you should be careful if you've been hurt in the past. But again, just know that it wasn't your fault. There's nothing you could have done that I don't think, it just wouldn't. I feel like this played out for a reason. It does have to do with outside factors. So it's just kind of unfortunate that it played out this way and you were the one getting hurt in the process. So don't doubt yourself. Okay. So we do have this Judgment card coming out in the middle. So I do feel like there is more to this story. It's not over. And again, I love that this card says justice is coming. And then we do have this Judgment card in the middle. So I do feel like there's going to be a part 2 to this story coming very soon. And if it's not already happening. And you are going to be taking a totally different approach to this the second time around. Before, I don't know what energy you were embodying before, but this time around, you're embodying the Queen of Swords. So you are not one to be messed with. And then we also have this Four of Pentacles with the King of Cups. Wow. I want to say this could absolutely have to do with a love situation because, the King of Cups can indicate someone coming back around and trying to offer you their emotions this time. Maybe you didn't get that from them in the past. I do feel like whatever played out here, it's like you weren't able to get that from this situation because of everything else that was going on. But, when this guy does come back around wanting to offer you his emotions and feelings for you and let you know how he actually feels about you, this is how it's going to be received on your part. You're like, oh, really? Okay, cool. Got it. You are so closed off now to this person because, again, you are determined to not get hurt by this person. You are showing up as the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So, unfortunately for this guy, his emotions are going to be met by your sword. And I think that, he can sweet talk you all he wants, but you're going to be demanding answers. Like, okay, what happened? Why did this play out this way? Because this is how things ended for you last time. And this is not fine. This is not okay. That's not fair to you because you didn't do anything wrong. And within this happening to you, like you've had to transform this situation by yourself. It's like you had to pick yourself back up and fight for yourself, because no one else was really fighting for you. So it's like you become so much stronger within this situation, this process of how everything has gone down. It's led you to being this magician and having to, again, pick yourself back up, heal yourself, transform the situation, empower yourself again because you were so hurt and let down. So, no, you're not going to make it very easy for this person to come back into your life. But I can see that they are going to want a second chance with you. So it's up to you if you want to let this person back in or not. But I can see that you are going to be very guarded when they do come in and very determined to protect your boundaries so that you don't get hurt again. But I do feel like this is the justice that's coming for you. It's like something that you knew all along is going to finally be affirmed to you through this person coming back and expressing their emotions for you. Because I just feel like things never got to that point before. Things got to this point. So now all of a sudden you want to come in like this? Like, really? Where was this before? It didn't happen. So they're going to have to work their butt off if they're going to actually be able to get in good with you again. And they're going to have to work even harder than they would have before because of this. But you are going to have a lot more doubt now within this situation just because of how things played out before. Yeah. So this person is really going to have to prove themselves to you if anything's going to happen. But I mean, I gotta say, I do feel like it's genuine. I don't see anything here that makes me think that they have any kind of ulterior motive or anything like that. I just think that they do have an awareness now that if they are going to come back into your life, they need to come correct. They know that. And that's why they're coming back in this King of Cups energy. Because you need to know, and they need to assure you that they do have good intentions for you, and they do have feelings for you, and they want this with you. But again, you're gonna make them prove it to you. And then I love this card. It says you have more options than you realize. It says it sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. So you don't have to take this person back if you don't want them back. You do have other options out there, but this is clearly what you needed to know at the time that you came across this reading, that this person is going to make another appearance in your life. They're going to want a second chance with you, and they're going to try to be more upfront with their feelings for you, because they know they have to win you back over and prove themselves to you and be real with you. But yeah, you don't have to accept this person back if you don't want them back. There are other options out there, but I guess this reading just wanted to give you a heads up that this is what's coming. Justice is coming, and this is your justice for getting hurt in this situation. This person is going to want to talk to you about that and offer their feelings and emotions for you. And I just feel like that is going to feel just so satisfying for you to hear and so validating, because I think that you already knew these things, but it just, whatever happened before, like it just never got a chance to really pan out the way that you hoped it would. And so it left you feeling really hurt and confused and needing to pick yourself back up and heal yourself. But yeah, you're going to get the justice that you need out of this situation. Your feelings are going to be validated within this. But again, none of this was your fault. I love this card. Your struggle is not an indication of failure. You are not the reason that this didn't work out. this had to do with external factors within this situation, and unfortunately you got hurt in the process. But yeah, this coming back around is to help you heal and to help you, even if you don't take this person back, it's to help give you more clarity and understanding within this situation. So if you wanted to, you can get closure on this finally and be done with this and explore other options if you want to. So yeah, group 3, it looks really good. Good luck to this person coming back around, because you're definitely not going to make it easy for them to get back into your life. But yeah, group 3, I hope that this resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hi, group 4. So if you guys chose this fossilized coral, then this is your reading. So we're going to start off with your oracle cards and see what you need to hear. Okay, so we have patchouli with earthly. The trigger statement is, I hate my body. Ooh. The true statement is, my body is a temple. Remember that you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Revere your loyal, sacred body. Then we have card number 11 with follow your bliss. We have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. You've got time. Ever wonder what would make life's fleeting pain and sorrow totally and unquestionably worth it? How about living forever, wildly in love and loved wildly? You have so much to look forward to, the universe. Then we have card number 38 with villain. You can always rewrite the story. Also, I want to point out that this adds up to 11, and we have 11 here, so we have 11, 11. And there's no rule that says you have to have everything figured out right now. Every step forward is progress. Wow, you guys. Okay, so I guess you guys can relax. You've got time. I do feel like there's, something within you where you feel like you don't have everything figured out and like you have to figure it out right now. But this is saying you've got time. Like, there's no rush. Things are going to come together the way that they're meant to. I think what you need to focus on right now is your happiness and following your bliss and just trying to be the happiest version of yourself, whatever that means for you. That could come through making healthier choices or just doing things that bring you joy. I love this card that says you can always rewrite the story. So I do feel like there's like a new era in your life, I want to say, that's coming soon. And I think you know this, but it's kind of frustrating because you actually don't have a plan in place. You don't know where this path is leading you. So I think during this time, this limbo period that it feels like you're in right now, rewrite the story yourself. Like, what do you want to see happen moving forward in your life? What do you want that to look like? And how can you incorporate your own happiness in the process and following your bliss? I do feel like there's something here about you wanting to be healthier or making healthy changes within your lifestyle, because we do have this card that says you need to revere your soul. I cannot talk today, guys. Sorry. Your loyal and sacred body. So instead of hating your body, it's time to view your body as a temple and doing things that assert that. And I love on this card that this bear is looking at this beehive. So I guess he's wanting some honey. So I don't know if you guys like honey or, I mean, honey is a good, a health food, as long as you're buying like the right honey. Not all honey is created equal out there these days. But I often put honey in my tea. I use Manuka honey from New Zealand, so that's a good one. But again, it's a health food. So I do feel like you're going to be focused more on your health and your happiness and figuring out what you want to come in your life and in the next chapter of your life, because you have time to figure that out right now. Okay, so this is super interesting. I want to get into the tarot now and see what else wants to come out. Ace of Wands. Yep, there's that new chapter. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. You guys, what is happening here? Wow. This is beautiful. I definitely feel like there is going to be a connection coming into your life that could potentially change your life. And maybe that's why like the future seems like such a blank slate to you and you're not really sure like what it's going to look like. And that's because the story hasn't been written yet. I think there's more to come that will help fill in the blanks to actually create this path moving forward. And I feel like one of those blanks is a romantic partner coming in for you, a soulmate. Because we have the Queen of Swords in the middle here. And I feel like this has been your energy lately. I don't know if you guys have been single for a while now, but I feel like you've kind of had your guard up when it comes to people and, not really letting people in very easily. It's like you'd rather hang out with the birds and the butterflies and the bees than hang out with people, which is totally fine. And even on this card, the Queen of Pentacles has her bunny. So, and then again on this card, it's like this woman has her cat, So I do feel like you guys do have a special connection to animals. Here's a lizard. A lot of animals and insects coming through here. So, yeah. Maybe you guys just feel like you have an easier time. Oh, and look at that. Even this card has dolphins on it. I didn't even realize. And here she's next to the sea. This card has a fawn, I think, a deer, a baby deer, and a bear. Oh my gosh, you guys have so many animals coming out in these cards. Wow. Yeah, maybe you guys have just felt like you have an easier time getting along with animals and insects than, people. You've had a hard time, hard experiences dealing with people in the past. And it's led you to kind of being in this Queen of Swords energy, which, like I said, can be very guarded, a little cold towards others, not very welcoming, not very inviting. And I love on this card how she has a butterfly on top of her sword. So it's like, yeah, I'll just hang out with the butterflies, and I don't need people. But anyway, here is this new chapter, this new era that we've been talking about here. You're going to be rewriting the story of your life here. You're entering into a completely new era that looks very different from where you're coming from. And I do feel like the way that you're going to be coming into this new chapter of your life is by pursuing something that's really something that you're really passionate about. This could be a business with the Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be your own business. You could be a boss of some type. I see you stepping into your boss energy, boss bitch energy. So this could be you doing your own thing. This could be you stepping up, in some other type of a job, stepping into a higher role, like a management position, something like that, where I just see you having a lot more power and independence and abundance. Like, you really are going to be on the rise when it comes to your work life, especially if there's something that you've been wanting to pursue here. I do see that happening for you and things growing for you. And also with this rabbit on this card, normally in this card, I think the rabbit's just sitting still next to her, but I actually love that in this card he's taking off, because I think that things are going to be taking off for you as soon as you start stepping into this energy more of pursuing what it is that you want to do. I just feel like you're going to be making more money and being very happy and satisfied with the growth that's coming in your career. So I do see that as being like how this new chapter is going to kick off for you, is seeing these changes and growth within your career. But then we also have this Two of Cups with the Eight of Swords. So this is so interesting. These actually kind of look like the same people too, which is amazing. Just, dressed differently and cleaned up, but they do look very similar. So with you coming out as this Eight of Swords, as you can see, she has a blindfold on. So again, I do feel like you guys have been feeling stuck lately at this point in your life, like not knowing what's going to come next, not having everything figured out. So yeah, you're definitely in this Eight of Swords energy right now. But what I love about this card is that someone comes along and sets you free. So even though you weren't able to see a way forward before, it's like someone is going to come in here and show you the way forward. They're going to help you get out of this stuck energy. And I think in doing so, you guys are going to become very close and realize that you guys have a really special connection here. Yeah, with the Two of Cups and the Lovers coming out at the bottom of the deck, you definitely have a soulmate coming in here who's going to be a part of this next chapter with you coming into your life. And that's why they're saying, like, you know, there's no need to stress and feel like you have to have all the answers right now, and because you have time. I think things are going to play out the way that they're meant to when the time is right. So there's not much that you can do right now other than focus on your happiness, following your bliss, being healthy, making healthy choices, and yeah, thinking about how you want the next chapter to look for you. Again, you're not going to have all the everything figured out. You're not going to actually be able to make all the changes that you want to make right now, but you can at least start thinking about, you know, like start scripting or start thinking about what you want the next chapter to look like, especially when it comes to your job, your career, what you want to be doing in that sector. And I think that's where your focus needs to be right now, on yourself, your job, your health, your happiness. Don't worry about anything else right now. That's all going to come together when it needs to. And again, I do feel like there is someone coming in here, a soulmate, that is going to be a part of this process, a part of this next chapter for you. They're going to help you get out of this situation that you feel stuck in right now. So yeah, just focus on you right now, on what you can do to help grow your career, what you want to be doing, how you want to make money. Because I think the more energy that you put into that right now, the more you're going to see things take off. And then, yeah, and then like the more focus you put on this, like the less focus you'll have on this stuck energy, feeling like you don't have things figured out. Yeah, because I feel like in doing this and focusing on yourself, you're already starting to rewrite the story here of your life. And this is what's going to come. You're only going to see more growth and abundance come the more you focus on this and what makes you happy and being healthy and treating your body the way that it should be treated, because it is your temple and it deserves to be fed healthy, delicious foods like honey and other things. But even, you know, speaking of this happiness and following your bliss, if you guys do share a special connection to animals, that can also be a great way to, you know, enjoy this happiness and follow your bliss, you know? Just spend more time with them and yeah, just share that beautiful connection that you have, because I can see that that does bring you happiness. So yeah, focus on, I don't know if you have pets, focus on your pets, focus on all of the beautiful animals and insects in your life that bring you happiness, and focus on yourself, your job, your career, your health, your happiness, and this will take care of itself when the time is right. There is time, okay? You don't have to feel so stressed or rushed about your situation because you don't have all of the answers right now. I do feel like there's more to come within this story, and someone is going to come in to help you move forward, help you get unstuck. And yeah, it looks like a soulmate, you guys. So this is really exciting and things are definitely looking up. So stop worrying so much. Stop stressing. It's all going to work out, okay? But you have to allow this person in, allow this person to help you, and you're going to find that you guys share a really special connection and you're going to want to, share this next chapter of your life with each other. So that's really beautiful, group 4. So I think that's all that I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.